the tension just exploded again. After Chrissy finally broke her silence and tried to clear her name, Jim Jones wasted no time firing back, and this time, he didn't come alone. Mama Jones has officially stepped into the chaos, and she's not holding anything back. From leaked messages to family shade and explosive live videos, the Jones family just turned this quiet feud into an all-out war. Fans thought the final blow tape was the end, but this new twist proves the drama is far from over. Jim's not just defending his name anymore, he's exposing everything and everyone that crossed him. And when Mama Jones speaks, you already know things get personal. So buckle up, because what's about to unfold might be the most emotional and brutal chapter of this entire saga. The streets are buzzing again, and the fire just got reignited. After Chrissy's emotional response post went viral, everyone was waiting to see how Jim Jones would react. For days, he stayed quiet, no statements, no lives, just a few cryptic posts that left fans guessing. But tonight, Jim finally fired back, and he did it in true Harlem fashion with emotion, precision, and a warning that shook the entire love and hip-hop world. This time, he didn't just respond to Chrissy. He called her out directly, name and all. It started when a popular blog reposted Chrissy's long message about being lied to and betrayed by family. Fans thought that was the end of it, that maybe both sides would cool off. But then, Jim went live. No filter, no script, no hesitation. Sitting in his studio, hoodie up, cigar lit, and energy cold. He looked straight into the camera and said, "Don't rewrite history, shorty. You know what it is? You know what it's been? I let you talk, but now it's my turn." That single sentence sent social media into meltdown. Within minutes, the live show had over 100,000 viewers. And the comment section turned into a battlefield. Jim didn't yell. He didn't curse. But his tone said everything. "Are you talking about betrayal?" He continued. "You forgot who held you down when everybody else laughed. You forgot who put you on TV, who kept your name alive when the world stopped caring. Now, you are talking like I did you dirty. Nah, you left when things got real. You left when loyalty stopped being convenient." Fans were glued to the screen. This wasn't the same Jim from the early days. This was a man hurt, tired, and ready to clear his name. He talked about the pain of being painted as the villain, how he took all the blame for things that happened behind closed doors, and how Chrissy's new man only added salt to old wounds. "You can't build a new foundation on lies," he said. "You can't try to erase me and then act like I was never part of your story." That line hit hard because everyone knew, no matter what happened, Jim and Chrissy's history runs deep. They've been through decades of ups, downs, and near marriages that kept fans rooting for them even when things got messy. But the moment that changed everything wasn't even what Jim said next, it was who appeared behind him. Halfway through his life, Mama Jones walked into the frame. The moment she stepped in, the entire internet lost it. The comments exploded. "Mama Jones here? It's about to go down." She didn't sit quietly either. She came ready. Looking straight into the camera, she said, "I tried to stay out of this. But since my name is getting dragged again, let's clear some things up. I don't have any problem with Chrissy, but I told my son years ago, some people only love you when the lights are on." The audience went wild. Mama Jones is known for her bluntness, and this time was no different. "I watched my son give everything, his time, his money, his loyalty. And what did he get? Disrespect, lies. And now this new dude wanna talk slick? Baby, please." He couldn't walk a day in Jim's shoes. The comments were flooded with laughing emojis, fire symbols, and fans saying, "Mama Jones ain't lying." But then she dropped the line that broke the internet. "You can't call yourself a queen if you left your throne for a clown." That quote instantly went viral. Every gossip page reposted it, every fan account turned it into a meme, and within hours, Mama Jones was trending across social media. But while fans laughed, some felt like the situation was crossing the line. People started debating whether bringing Mama Jones into it was fair. Some said she was just defending her son. Others said she should have stayed out of it. But for Jim, this was personal. After Mama Jones left the frame, he leaned forward and said, "I love my mother, but even she doesn't know the half of it. The truth is, I was quite out of respect. But since everybody wants to play the victim, let's talk about facts." That's when he revealed something that shocked everyone. According to Jim, Chrissy's emotional response post was actually written by her PR team, not her. He claimed it was part of a larger plan to rebuild her image and shift the narrative. That post wasn't her words, Jim said. That was damage control. And y'all believed it. Fans started connecting the dots. The tone of Chrissy's message did sound polished to polished. It didn't sound like the fiery, real Chrissy people knew. And now, Jim was calling it out publicly. "You can't fake accountability," he said. "You can't hide behind sympathy when you know what really went down." The tension was thick, and fans could feel it through the screen. Jim paused, took a deep breath, and then dropped a final bomb. "Y'all want to know why I stayed quiet for so long? Because I was protecting somebody who didn't deserve it. I was protecting a brand, not love." That one line hit everyone like a gut punch. For years, fans had seen Jim and Chrissy as soulmates who just couldn't make it work. But this statement changed the narrative completely. Maybe it wasn't love that kept them connected, it was image. After the show ended, the internet went wild. Bloggers started reposting clips, fans started analyzing every sentence, and celebrities began taking sides. Some supported Jim for finally speaking his truth, while others accused him of dragging a woman who was already humiliated. But while the debate continued, Mama Jones wasn't done. Just an hour later, she went live on her own page, laughing, sipping wine, and saying, "Baby, I said what I said. Don't send me any messages. If the shoe fits, wear it." That live pulled over 200,000 viewers and instantly became one of the top trending videos of the night. Mama Jones's unfiltered energy reminded everyone why she's a legend in her own right. But behind the scenes, sources close to Chrissy claim she's furious. One insider said Chrissy feels betrayed all over again. She thought Jim would at least stay respectful, but involving Mama Jones, that's low. Still, fans can't deny Jim's response was powerful. It wasn't messy. It wasn't random. It was raw, controlled emotion from a man who's had enough. The tape, the accusations, the PR spin, it all pushed him to this point. And now Mama Jones's involvement has taken the feud to a level nobody saw coming. The world thought this story was over after the final blow. But this is the sequel nobody expected, and it's just getting started. The morning after Jim Jones and Mama Jones went live, social media was in complete chaos. Every blog, every podcast, and every fan page was talking about it. The live wasn't just entertainment, it was a cultural moment. But while everyone was laughing at Mama Jones's unfiltered comments, Chrissy Lampkin was quietly preparing her next move. And when she finally broke her silence again, she didn't hold back either. Chrissy went live from what looked like her living room. No glam, no makeup, just raw emotion. She looked straight into the camera and said, "Let me make something clear. I don't care what anybody says. I built my name before anybody gave me anything." The tone was defiant, her voice shaking with anger and pain. She called out blogs for twisting her story, and she even mentioned Mama Jones by name. "I got love for that woman," she said, "but she don't know half of what went on between me and her son. So before she calls me a clown, maybe she should ask what her son was really doing when the cameras weren't rolling." That one line hit like a lightning strike. The chat exploded with comments. What does she mean by that? Is she hinting that Jim cheated? Chrissy throwing bombs now. It was clear Chrissy wasn't going to sit quietly while the Jones family painted her as the villain. She didn't yell, but her words were sharp, deliberate. "I stayed quiet out of respect," she said. "But since people want to go live and act like I'm lying, let's tell the truth. Let's talk about who was really loyal to who. Let's talk about who was playing both sides." Her tone dropped lower. And that's when she dropped what fans are calling her revenge reveal. Chrissy said she had text messages and photos proving that Jim had been in contact with her even after their public breakup, just like The rumors claimed, but this time, she showed proof. On camera, she held up her phone and scrolled through messages that appeared to show Jim texting her things like, "You know, I still love you and we can fix this if you stop listening to people." She didn't show full conversations, but she showed enough. Enough to make people question Jim's entire narrative. So when he's sitting there talking about loyalty, she said, "Remember, he was still calling me while telling y'all he moved on?" Fans went wild. Within minutes, screenshots of her phone were everywhere. People started saying Jim was trying to play both victim and hero while still being emotionally connected to Chrissy. One comment summed it up perfectly. "Jim ain't mad she moved on. He's mad she finally stopped waiting for him." The internet instantly split into two sides. Team Jim said Chrissy was clout chasing, trying to stay relevant by dragging him into more drama. Team Chrissy said she was defending herself after being humiliated publicly. But the most shocking reaction came from Mama Jones herself. Just an hour after Chrissy's live ended, Mama Jones posted a video to her Instagram story, laughing and saying, "Oh, she's showing messages now. Baby, I've been telling y'all this is what she does when she get caught. Deflection." Then she added, "And if she gone, bring up loyalty. She better tell the whole truth, not just the parts that make her look good." Fans were losing it. It wasn't just Jim versus Chrissy anymore. Was Mama Jones versus Chrissy round two? And Mama wasn't backing down. The blogs were eating it up. Headlines like "Mama Jones doubles down" and "Chrissy strikes back with receipts" took over timelines. Everyone wanted to know who was really telling the truth. But behind the scenes, people close to Jim said he was furious not just at Chrissy, but at the entire circus. One source said Jim didn't want his mom to go live again, but once she saw Chrissy calling her out, it was over. You can't tell Mama Jones what to do. Apparently, Jim had been trying to get control of the situation, but now it was out of hand. Every move was being recorded, reposted, and dissected. Even other love and hip-hop stars started weighing in. Yandi posted a subtle tweet saying, "Sometimes silence ain't peace, it's pain." Kimbella commented under a blog post with the eyes emoji. The whole cast seemed to be watching like everyone else, waiting for the next explosion. But then, out of nowhere, a new piece of footage dropped, a private conversation recorded during a family event that showed Mama Jones talking about Chrissy long before this drama even started. In the clip, she said, "I always told Jim she wasn't going to ride forever. She only rides when it benefits her." That old clip resurfaced and reignited everything. Fans started calling it proof that Mama Jones never liked Chrissy and never gave her a fair chance. "This has been hate from day one," one user wrote. "Chrissy never stood a chance with that family." But others defended Mama Jones, saying she'd been right all along. "Moms be knowing. She saw through the act," another wrote. While the internet argued, Jim stayed silent again, but this time, it felt different. He wasn't plotting, he was processing. For the first time, fans noticed he looked tired in his photos, drained. The energy of the man who fired back days ago was fading. One insider told a blogger, Jim thought addressing it once would end it, but every time he speaks, it opens a new wound. Now, he just wants peace. But peace isn't easy when the internet's addicted to your pain. Every new clip, every comment from Mama Jones or Chrissy goes viral instantly. And now people are whispering that producers from VH1 are reaching out again, trying to get everyone to sit down for a reunion-style interview. Imagine that: Jim, Chrissy, and Mama Jones all in the same room after everything that's happened. Fans are begging for it. "Give us the sit-down." One tweet said, "Let them face each other and say it with their chest." But deep down, everyone knows if that happens, it won't be a calm conversation. It'll be another explosion. Because at this point, too many lines have been crossed. Chrissy exposed private messages. Mama Jones called her out publicly. And Jim's loyalty is being questioned by everyone. The love that once defined them has turned into a public feud with no boundaries. And yet, even through all the drama, some fans still hold on to hope. They remember the chemistry, the laughs, the years they spent rooting for Jim and Chrissy to make it. But now that dream feels like a distant memory. Jim's heart looks broken, Chrissy's image is bruised, and Mama Jones. She's standing tall, unapologetic, and louder than ever. But one thing's clear, this war isn't over. Chrissy's friends are teasing that she's got one more card to play. Something even bigger than the text messages. Something that, in her words, will end all the lies once and for all. The internet's waiting, Jim's fans are bracing, and Mama Jones. She's ready for round 3 by the time the sun rose the next morning. Social media was a battlefield. The tension between Jim Jones, Chrissy Lampkin, and Mama Jones had reached its breaking point. Everyone thought Chrissy had played her last card when she showed those text messages. But what came next sent shockwaves across the internet. Just after midnight, Chrissy posted a cryptic message on her Instagram story that said, "If they want to play dirty, I got dirt too. Let's not act brand new." 10 minutes later, a short video clip started circulating online, allegedly showing a heated argument between Jim Jones and Mama Jones from months ago. In the video, Jim can be heard saying, "Ma, you gotta stop going online talking about Chrissy. You are making it worse for both of us." And Mama Jones fired back, "I'll stop when she stops playing with your name. You're too blind to see who's really using who." The audio was muffled, but the emotion was raw and undeniable. Fans were shocked, not only because it proved that there was deep tension behind the scenes, but because it sounded like Chrissy had been recording private conversations. People started asking, did Chrissy leak that herself? How'd that clip even get out? The internet exploded with theories, but Chrissy didn't confirm or deny anything. Instead, she simply posted another message. "The truth hurts. I didn't start this, but I'll finish it." That was all it took. Blogs ran with it. Headlines screamed Chrissy leaks family drama, and Jim Jones betrayed by his own circle. The story had spiraled beyond repair. Meanwhile, Jim Jones finally broke his silence again with a short video of his own. He looked tired, sitting in his car wearing a hoodie and dark shades. "Y'all gotta stop playing with my family," he said. This internet got people doing the most for attention. I don't do fake stories, I don't chase clout, and I definitely don't expose private moments for likes. If you ever loved me, keep my name out your mouth. I'm not arguing with nobody I used to love. That chapter's closed. It was short, but it said everything. He didn't mention Chrissy by name, but everyone knew who he meant. The tone was calm but heavy, like a man who'd had enough. Fans flooded the comments, begging for peace. "Jim, walk away, bro," one wrote. "She's hurt, you're hurt, this needs to stop." Others weren't so forgiving. "He did her wrong and is now playing victim." The split was wider than ever. But the real shock came later that evening when Mama Jones did an exclusive interview with a popular podcast. The host wasted no time asking about Chrissy. "Do you regret going to live with her?" he asked. Mama Jones laughed, leaned forward and said, "Regret? For what? I said what I said. I'm a mother first, not a media puppet. I warned my son for years, but he didn't want to listen. Now look at what's happening." The host pushed further, asking about the leaked argument video. Mama Jones didn't hold back. "That right there, that's what happens when people get desperate. You start recording folks in their own home? That's low. That's evil energy. I don't play with that." Her words hit hard, and she wasn't done. "Chrissy has always been about Chrissy," she said. "It's never been about building. It's been about benefits. And my son, he got too much heart, too much loyalty. That's why people take advantage." The clip went viral instantly. Within hours, #Mama Jones was trending. #Mama Jones was trending. Some people praised her for defending her son. Others said she was fanning the flames. But one thing was clear, she wasn't scared of anyone. Meanwhile, Chrissy fired back with another subtle jab, reposting a quote that said, "When they can't control you, they try to control how people see you." No caption, no tag, but everyone knew who she was talking about. It was psychological warfare at this point. Every post, every word, every look carried meaning. The internet was exhausted but addicted. Everyone wanted to know if Jim would respond to his mother's interview or stay silent for good. For 2 days, nothing happened. No lives, no interviews, no posts. It felt calm after the storm. But then Jim made a surprise appearance at an event in Harlem, performing for the first time since the drama began. Mid-performance between songs, he paused and said, "Ain't no love lost. Some people move on, some people hold on, but me, I'm focused on peace." The crowd cheered, but fans online noticed the emotion in his voice. He didn't sound angry anymore, just tired. That moment became symbolic. People said it was Jim's way of letting go. But the internet doesn't move on that fast. Bloggers began speculating that VH1 producers had already reached out to Jim, Chrissy, and Mama Jones about a possible reunion special, a sit-down to clear the air once and for all. Insiders claimed the network was willing to pay big to get all three in the same room. Fans were both excited and terrified. That reunion would break the internet, one fan tweeted. But I don't think they could survive it emotionally. For now, no one's confirmed it, but hints are everywhere. Chrissy recently followed a VH1 producer on Instagram, and Mama Jones has been teasing something big coming soon. Jim, however, hasn't said a word. He's gone quiet, no new posts, no interviews, just silence. Some say it's growth, others say it's strategy. Either way, the tension is still thick in the air. People close to the family say Mama Jones still believes Chrissy's trying to rewrite history, while Chrissy feels like she's been disrespected for years and finally snapped. And Jim, he's stuck in the middle again, torn between love, loyalty, and legacy. Behind the fame, behind the cameras, there's a man who's just trying to protect his peace. But in the world of love and hip-hop, peace doesn't come easy. Every move becomes content, every tear becomes a headline, and every mistake becomes a meme. This saga has become more than entertainment, it's a reminder of how quickly love can turn into war when pride and pain mix in public. Jim's final words from his car still echo online. That chapter's closed. But fans aren't convinced. They've seen this movie before, and they know with Jim and Chrissy, closure is never final. Because no matter how many times they walk away, something always pulls them back. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's unfinished business. Or maybe it's just destiny. One thing's certain, the moment Mama Jones stepped in, the story changed forever. What began as a simple response turned into a family showdown that exposed years of buried resentment. And now the whole world's watching to see if there's any road left to forgiveness. For now, Jim's focusing on his music, Chrissy's focusing on her brand, and Mama Jones. She's still talking, unfiltered, unapologetic, and as fiery as ever. But in the quiet corners of social media, fans whisper the same question. Will they ever make peace? Or is this truly the end? And until that answer comes, the saga continues, louder, messier, and more unforgettable than ever before. This story isn't just about drama, it's about loyalty, family, and the price of truth when love turns public. Jim Jones, Chrissy Lampkin, and Mama Jones just showed the world that sometimes the people closest to you can hurt you the most. But after everything that's been said, who do you think crossed the line first? Was Chrissy just defending herself? Or did Jim and Mama Jones push her too far? Drop your thoughts below, because this conversation is far from over. Every comment counts, every opinion matters. And trust me, you'll want to stay locked in for what's coming next. The cameras might have stopped rolling, but the story definitely hasn't. If you've been following this chaos from the beginning, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on your notifications, because the next chapter might just flip everything upside down. When pride, pain, and family collide, there's no real winner, just fallout. Stay tuned, because in this world of fame and betrayal, every final word always